off. Vehicle pitching downrange.
Mr. Chambers, pressure nominal.
We are T plus 40 seconds into the flight of Starship. 33 Raptor engines powering the
Booster
first
ship,
stage.
power and telemetry nominal.
We've heard
Booster engine cut off. Stage separation.
Boost bank startup.
Ship engine.
You're hearing the cheering.
Incredible views of our Super Heavy booster. And as you can see, the Super Heavy booster has just experienced a rapid unscheduled disassembly.
And so we're actually going in a suborbital trajectory today. And I mean, up to this point, major successful milestones through.
SpaceX is celebrating another test launch from South Texas, even if the company didn't meet all of its goals. This morning, SpaceX launched Starship spacecraft and Super Heavy booster. The booster exploded about 2.5 minutes into the flight over the ocean. And then, almost 10 minutes later, the company confirmed they lost data from the rest of the spacecraft. SpaceX confirmed during the live stream that they were forced to destroy Starship, so it didn't veer off course. If the mission had gone as intended, Starship would have made nearly a full lap of the planet and splashed down near Hawaii after a controlled re-entry.
Shalom, Ka'ala Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect, who are the house of David reborn again in this generation. And Shalom to the 130 Yasharallah, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who before losing our true heritage, we were known as, and still are, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the recent attempt by these Edomites to further their space agenda. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and read this. This is Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And what we are watching is these Edomites trying to prepare a way for them to escape up into heaven. Because you see, what we see as simply just a private venture of a company going after space exploration or space launches is really elites of the Edomite nation. When I say Edomites, I'm talking about the Caucasian race that are funding ways for them to basically escape the coming cataclysm. Because again, if you're unaware about SpaceX's funding or how it was created, don't be fooled and buy into the PR that Elon Musk started it and it's his, baby or whatnot. Elon Musk has been brought into these different companies to be the poster child and to push these organizations to the places they need to go for them to accomplish these Edomites' goal. That being switching us over into a new electrical system to get into space, or should I say to have an exit into space, and to build underground tunnels for their deep underground bases. But when you look into these companies and Elon's involvement, he's pretty much come in after these companies were started, and he basically takes the place of CEO or, basically the lead guy, just like what he did at Twitter. Now, that being said, these Edomites are doing more than just seeking an exit into heaven. They're also working on deploying the infrastructure that is going to be needed to make the Mark of the Beast a worldwide tracking system. But we'll get into that in just a bit. Let's read this. This is Revelations 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. You see, the Bible makes it clear that in the end days, that this wicked nation, that for the most part is a mystery throughout history, as the prophecies would not have played out until now, but it makes it plain that this nation that will be ruling at the end times, that they would also go into space. Right? This is what it means here when it says that their sins have reached onto heaven. And this is another way you could cut that whole Edom are the Arabs argument. Because again, the only nation who by and large has managed to go into space in a grand scale are these Edomites. And let me just clarify, when I say go into space, I'm talking about LEO, low Earth orbit, okay? Because they can't really go into space. They can't get past the Van Allen belt because of the radiation that's there. This is why every time they had sent dogs and monkeys up there, they all basically died. And it was only robots and satellites that they could send past the Van Allen belt. Now, just as the scriptures say that their iniquities have reached into heaven, this is talking about how advanced this nation is going to be. And we can just see from those videos the amazing feats that they have done, right? Not only have they been able to call down fire from heaven, which is what the Bible calls it. We refer to it as bringing down nuclear weapons upon other nations, right? But they've managed to also take like a building size vehicle and launch it into space. So these devils, they're far more advanced than they let on, right? And if you know anything about what's really going on, you understand that the government and its agents are about 100 years more advanced than standard society, right? See, this is how they're able to keep control, by keeping high forms of technology away from the general public until it's decided that it can be released. And you see, Elon's ventures are all filled with this technology that has been permitted to go out into the public. And why is that? Well, because Esau is trying to push forward his agenda, right? To bring forward the New World Order, to gain control of the entire world, to dominate space, and also to be able to explore into space and escape. But that ain't going to happen. This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And the point in here is that these devils, they know that their time is running out. This is why you've seen SpaceX work so fast in trying to deploy these rockets, right? The last rocket or attempt at launching the SpaceX Starship was back in April. Okay, so that was about, what, like 7 months ago? 6-7 months ago? So these devils are trying to accomplish something. What is that they're trying to accomplish? Well, it's to bring forward this new world order. And they're using everything that they have at their disposal to do that. This is Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. And you see, these Edomites, the Lord made them smart when it comes to engineering, weaponry, and just cunningness. And all this know-how and knowledge that they have, especially the men of Teman, which I'm pretty sure that's what Elon is, even though he says he's from South Africa. I'm pretty sure when you get into his father's lineage, he comes out of Germany, right? Making him a Temanite of the nation of Edom. Well, you see, these devils are using their wits and knowledge to bring forward the technology needed so that way they could get the spaceship into space. And that's because they have a big plan once the ship goes into space, and that's to launch Starlink, and that's to launch the new Starlink 2.0 satellites. And as you can see here in this animation, this is what they're trying to do. So you see, these are the new Starlink 2.0 satellites that SpaceX, along with its secret partners, the government and the elites of ESA, are working feverishly to get into space. And why is that? Well, because you see, the mark of the beast, the RFID microchips and the Neuralink brain chips are going to be connected to this system here. Starlink 1 was simply just a test run, and I'm sure it's going to be some sort of backup system, might even be a weaponized system, but unfortunately these are things that are unknown to us. But they can't move forward with their mark of the beast chips being worldwide and anywhere you go until they get these satellites into place, right? The Starlink 1.0 satellites, they'll do their part, but they don't have full coverage. That's where these new satellites are going to come in handy. Now, as we have seen from the videos at the beginning of this lesson, these Edomites failed, and that also is Bible prophecy, that they would start to come into difficulty once they come closer to fulfilling their agenda. This is Job 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. The key here is that once he is about to fulfill his agenda, that he's going to be in trouble. He's going to be in straits, meaning a passage of difficulty. And having a multi-million-dollar rocket blow up for the second time, that is definitely a passage through straits. Now, it's only going to be a matter of time before these devils do get this off the ground and do get those satellites into space. Prophecy says so. But it's good to see that the Lord is cursing these devils and basically throwing a monkey wrench into their plans. So I just wanted you, Akim, to see that these devils aren't quitting. That, they're working day and night to bring forward their agenda. So we should do the same, right? Study day and night and whenever we can. So hopefully this video was edifying. Until next time, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yashai, Bashem Ruach Kodash. Shalom.